Hello, Gemini, and welcome to my channel, Ragean's Intuitive Tarot. Anything you need to know about my channel is listed in the description box below. You can go ahead and check it out. And Gemini, I don't know if you had an opportunity to see last night's total lunar eclipse. Of course, whenever there's a celestial event around here, it gets cloudy and you can't see a damn thing. And of course, that's what happened last night. But even though I was not able to see it, I can definitely feel its energy. So I felt like it was time to check in here and see what is happening for everybody. So Gemini, we are using a combination of the Lightseer Tarot with Ragean's Intuitive Tarot, and we are going to clarify with the Crow Tarot. And the first card out here is the Magician and the Strength card. So you have definitely created some sort of a transformation in your life, Gemini. You may not understand what is happening right now. There's certain elements that you can't see what is going on. You may be feeling like you've hit rock bottom. You may be feeling left out in the cold. You could be experiencing some financial difficulties, Gemini. But this is all happening for you to learn something. It's happening to help you discover or remember who you are, Gemini, who you truly are. And you're being encouraged to have the courage to allow yourself. You know, this process is not an easy one. And I've said it a million times that we're all going to be going through this at some rate, sometime or another. And you really need to have the courage to allow yourself to go through this process. Because what is on the other side of this process is something that is so wonderful and magical and liberating and freeing. So, Gemini, you have the Magician, the Strength card, the Eight of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Moon card, the Five of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So you are about to, the Queen of Pentacles knows that life happens to you, not for you. The Queen of Pentacles knows that life is not always easy, but that life is balanced, that you are going to get an equal amount of good as so-called bad in life. And when you get through the bad, or when you go through bad things, you need to just, we label things as good and bad. Really, everything is just an experience. And it's your judgment as to whether it is good or bad. You know, every experience in life is just, it's here to teach us something. It's here to help us grow, help us evolve, help us become a better version of ourselves. So you are definitely creating, or you have manifested this spiritual evolution now, this transformation. It's now your time, Gemini. And it's something that you possibly, when we're going through this situation, sometimes we can feel alone. It can be a heavy burden. You can feel lost and not know which way to go. But the best thing you can do is educate yourself. There's so much information out there right now about, how. And what is a spiritual evolution? Basically, it is just gaining a level of maturity in your emotional and intellectual state. Changing your mindset, having control over your thoughts and your emotions rather than them having control over you. It's about taking your power back, not letting things from the past affect you. When you are constantly stuck on something that somebody did to you in the past, you are giving that person your power. As long as they still have an effect on you, they still have power over you. So this is about reclaiming your power. And there is no easy way through. And this process can look really dark and scary, but it's not as bad as it seems. Okay? When we are constantly focused on the things that we have lost or our failures or whatever, when we are constantly stuck in this low energy, you cannot see any opportunities coming your way. You cannot see things that are trying to help you shift the situation. So this is all about healing from our grief, overcoming our grief, so that we can lift our head up and see the new opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves to us. When we overcome our grief, our sadness, our depression, our anxieties, then we can start seeing the bigger picture and we can start building on a more solid foundation. If you look at the Queen of Wands, she is literally, I've recently come to the understanding that the King and Queen of Cups, they have the idea, the inspiration. The King and Queen of Swords, they work out the logistics, they work out the how. They cut out all of the BS. And then they make a plan and they give it to the King and Queen of Wands, and the King of Queen of Wands take action to manifest something, to bring something into fruition. And then the King and Queen of Pentacles sit back and reap the rewards. So, this is all about you, Gemini, transforming. And it's so ironic that this card, it has a lion and a sheep. And it's so fitting for what is happening in the world right now. And I apologize, and I'll probably get a lot of slack for this, but society has become nothing but a huge flock of sheep following the orders of shepherds who do not have good intentions, that who are literally for hundreds of years have just been leading us to slaughter. And we are now transforming, we are stepping into our power, and we are becoming the lions who are saying, no more. We ain't having it no more. We are taking back our power and creating the future that we want to see. You don't know how you're going to do it. The path is dark and scary and unclear, but you're walking away from any fears or doubts that you know that you can't do it, that you won't find your way, any excuses that are stopping you from going down this unknown path. You are leaving them behind, or you are being called to leave them behind, Gemini. Persevere. You definitely, you could have been through a lot of pain, a lot of loss. You may have had a lot of grief, but Spirit wants you to persevere, And a new awareness came in about this card too. And it happened with a reading that I did for another lady the other day. There with this card there is an element of persevering because you're almost reaching the end of something. And there was another awareness that came up. It's like people get comfortable, people will stay in toxic relationships knowing that it's no good for them, knowing that full well that they could have more or do better, but it's like they're used to it. They're comfortable. That's what they know. It's like they're happy in their misery. They're happy being the wounded warrior. They get a lot of tension from it, whatever. So, are you choosing to persevere? Or are you going to choose to stay in a toxic situation with toxic ideas, toxic whatever, knowing full well that it's not good for you, but it's comfortable, it's familiar? I think you're going to choose to move into peace, and that you're going to start putting down new roots. So you have the Nine of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Queen of Cups. And to me, this is definitely saying that if you're constantly in this lower vibrational energy of fear, of doubt, or worry, then you you're not tapping into your intuition. You're not in a state of flow. And you need to be in this, this energy here is the energy that you want to manifest from. If you are trying to manifest anything from this energy, you are just going to create more of this energy. So if you want to move into a state of bliss and peace, to move into calmer, peaceful waters, you actually need to put some effort into it. Meditate, take some time for self-care. Go out into nature. That's how you're going to gain clarity. You have the Eight of Cups here again. So definitely you are going to be going through this spiritual transformation, Gemini. You may have somebody coming in to offer you something that helps balance out the scales. Just be sure, you may be unsure of this person's intentions. And I think that's why you need to really allow yourself to go through this process, this healing process, this process of, working on yourself, pulling yourself out of this woe is me victim energy. With the Five of Cups, like I said, any loss that you have experienced, it's nothing that you should be focusing your attention on right now, because anything we have lost in the last few years, couple years, really, it hasn't been a loss. Anything that you have supposedly lost was making space for something better. And that includes people, that includes jobs, that includes, thought patterns. So Gemini, continue to be brave, continue to allow yourself to go through this transformational process. Continue to allow yourself to learn and expand and grow. Discover rediscover your true self, your true nature, your wants, your desires, your likes, your dislikes. Great message, Gemini. I thank you so much for tuning in and being here. I hope that helps you on your journey, and I will catch you next time.